Hello guys, how are you doing? Please confirm if you can hear me. Let me check myself. Okay. The ad is playing. How was today's contest, guys? Let me also say in the Telegram channel that this stream has been started. Sorry for the blurriness of my webcam. If you have watched the previous streams, you are aware that it has some issues. It is damaged. I think I have to use some external webcam. I can use an external webcam from maybe the next stream. It went bad. I still can't figure out edge cases of C. Oh, I see. I can send you a webcam. I have a webcam. I have a external webcam, but I didn't connect it today. Hello, Biswait. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. Guys, if you want more from this channel, you can join the channel from the join button. And from today, I'm gonna start adding the perks that are promised to you in the join section for the members of the channel. Salam Mati. Okay, but for now, let's talk more about the contest today. Maybe later we will discuss more about this. Let me, as I said, mention in the Telegram channel that this stream has been started. Oh, this is another show. This stream has been started. Okay. So maybe we should wait a little bit more till more of you guys join. We are only 98 people for now. Did you participate today? If you're asking me, no, I didn't participate today. I read the first problems and I have solutions for them, and the rest of them, we read them together and discuss the rest of the problems together as well. And guys, you can join our community, our Telegram channel. In here, there's where we discuss the next topics, the topics of the next topic streams. So you're all more than welcome to join the Telegram channel. I shared the link. I will also pin this message, and also to avoid mirroring, I zoom in to here. Okay, yeah, sure. Problem D is solved. 5K, how is it possible? Everyone became pro or I become... We will discuss it. We will discuss problem D. Solved the first three in like 20 minutes, and I've been looking at E for almost 2 hours. That's interesting. Looking at the problem. I haven't read G yet, but I will here in the stream. Could you take out the slow mode typing, Shayan? It is because it stops spamming, and I think it's like 10 seconds. Isn't it? Is it annoying? It is supposed to be to stop spamming, but at the same time, I don't want it to be annoying. So it should be, if you want, I can shorten the time limits for that. I think for now it's 10 seconds or something. There should be 10 seconds between each two consecutive messages. Okay, so I can decrease it. Maybe I can decrease it to 5 seconds or something. Okay, so sure, I will. Even in this, I don't know if I can change the current live stream or not, but if you found time, I can even change the I can check if I can change this live stream as well. Okay, so maybe now we are ready to start. More people have joined. Are you guys ready to start? It's 5 seconds right now. If it's 5 seconds, then what's the issue? I mean, isn't it okay? How come you want to send 2 messages in less than 5 seconds? But I think I can make it shorter if that helps. Orange blue, we will discuss that. The main reason is that you should solve a lot of problems so that you become a lot faster in solving such problems. That's the way. But we'll discuss it further. Let's go. Long time no see. I was live just yesterday. You could see me yesterday. So again, if you want, you can join the Telegram channel to stay alert of when we have the topic streams. Also in Codeforces, in the main page of Codeforces, it shows when I have a topic stream. Okay, so let's start. Oh, I see Adnan. Let's start from problem A, ideal generator. This problem says that we call an array A consisting of k positive integers palindromic if A1 to AK is equal to AK to A1. Let me just check. Let me change the angle a little bit. Okay, it says that we call an array A consisting of k positive integers palindromic. If we reverse it, it would be the same. And for example, 1 to 1 is palindromic, 5, 1, 1, 5 is palindromic, but 1 to 3 is not, 2, 1, 1, 2, I mean 21 and 12 are not. And we call a number k an ideal generator if any integer n can be represented as the sum of the elements of a palindromic array of length exactly k. You are given some number k, you have to say that if this number is an ideal generator or not. In other words, can you find a palindromic array such that the sum of its elements is equal to k? I mean a palindromic array of size k such that for any n, the sum of these elements can be equal to n. Okay, let's discuss it on tablets. Yes, as you guys said, it's just even odd thing. Let me fix the tablets for a second. Okay. So basically what we can do in here is to say that if k is odd, we cannot create even numbers. There's no way. If k is even. If k is even, there's no way that we can create odd numbers. Odd numbers cannot be created. Why? Because if k is even, then we can split it into 2 halves such that each half will have the equal sum to the other half. For example, assume that the length is 6. Then if we have x, y, z here, in the other side we have z, y, and x. So the total sum is gonna be 2 times x plus y plus z. So anyway, we can split it in half. The first half and the second half are gonna have the same sum. Therefore, this total sum is always going to be even. So it's not possible. But what if k is odd? If k is odd, it's always possible to create any n. Because we can even write it like this. We can write it like, if it's even, we put the middle element 0. If it's odd, we put the middle element 1. And in each half, now we want to create the floor of n half. And we can always do this. We can just set the values in a way that their sum will be the floor of n half. So when k is odd, because we have some middle elements that will not be repeated twice, we have it only once, we can create any number. But if k is even, because the same part is repeated twice, the total sum is definitely going to be even. It cannot be odd. So it's not possible. So the problem is simply this. You get the values, and for each number, if it was odd, you print yes. If it was even, you will print no. That's all about this problem. Is this clear? If it's clear, please put a plus or use this emoji. Yes, exactly. If k modulo 2 is 1, C hat yes, otherwise C hat no. Plus. This problem quality was good, but D should be swapped within E in terms of position. I see. Great, Nairit. Meet so sad, we're gonna be pupil again. You get back soon. It's gonna be okay, hopefully. Okay, so I guess problem A was easy. Yes, it was basically a problem to warm up. Okay, now let's move on to the second problem, problem B. Expensive number. It says that the cost of a positive integer n is defined as the result of dividing the number n by the sum of its digits. You are given a number n, you can remove some number of digits from it so that the remaining number contains at least one digit and is strictly greater than 0. So you have to keep the number strictly greater than 0. You can remove as many digits as you want, just the number should remain positive. And the digit cannot be rearranged, and you have to say that you have to find out what is the minimum number of digits you need to remove from the number so that its cost becomes the minimum possible. Okay, so you want to minimize the cost. So let's see, first of all, let's see that what the minimum cost is. Do you guys have any idea that's what is going to be the minimum cost? I'm not talking about how many characters we must remove. First, my question is this. What is the minimum cost that we can achieve? I want you to say it in the chat. 1, we can prove that at least 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, exactly. The minimum cost that we can achieve is exactly 1. Why? Because you can remove all the digits except one of the digits. I mean, in the number that you have, you can remove all the digits except one. And that digit can be anything. For example, it can be, let's say, 7 or anything else. If you remove everything else other than these digits, then this number is going to be 7. And the sum of its digits is 7 as well. So its cost is going to be 1. Also, if, for example, any other digit like D remains, if you remove all the digits except some digits like D, your final cost is going to be D over D, which is going to be 1. So the cost is going to be 1 at the end if only one digit remains. I can also show that there can be, I can remove, if I don't remove digits so that only one digit will remain, I mean, there are 2 digits that are greater than 0. In that case, the final cost is going to be greater than 1. Why is that? If we have more than one digit, more than one positive digit, the total cost is going to be greater than 1. Why do you think that's the case? Guys, the reason is that, for example, assume that you have 2 non-zero digits. For example, one of them is, for example, 3, one of them is 6, for example. Then in the final number, this 3 will be multiplied by 10 and added by 6. You have 36. The digit that comes in the second position will be multiplied by 10. The digit that will be in the third position will be multiplied by 100, and so on. And the point is that when you multiply this by greater numbers, afterwards you have to divide them by these digits themselves. So definitely this value is going to be greater than this value. So definitely what I want to show is that definitely at the end there will be one non-zero digit left. At the end there will be one non-zero digit. Do you guys agree with it so far? If it's clear, please put a plus or use the emojis again. Yes, it's okay to have zeros. I haven't talked about zeros yet. But I'm saying if we have more than one positive digit, then definitely this cost will be greater than 1. So I showed that if I have only one positive digit left, my number is going to be, my cost is going to be 1. Otherwise, if I have at least 2 positive digits left, my number, the cost of my number is going to be greater than 1. So definitely I should leave exactly 1 non-zero digits left. And the point is that after using this, I mean, after, for example, deciding that, okay, I will keep this digit d, all the zeros that are between this d, they can remain. There's no issue with them remaining because they do not change my number. But the zeros after this d, they must be removed. So the main point is that all the digits zeros before d can remain, but all the digit zeros after d must be removed. Okay. So now the point is that, okay, when we know this, which digit is the best digit to choose, definitely the digit that is at the rightmost possible position is gonna be the best digit for us because it has more digits to its left. So potentially it has more zeros to the left of it that we can also remove those zeros. So the number, I'm sorry, I said it reverse. I just reversed everything in my mind. The correct thing is this. We want to maximize the number of elements that we remove. That we keep. And the point is that if we choose d such that d is the rightmost d possible, then zeros between this d can remain. So this way we can maximize the elements that we have because only the zeros before this d can remain. Okay, only the zeros between this digit are the digits that can remain. Everything else must be removed. Everything after this must be removed. Everything non-zero before this must be removed too. So it's always the best to choose the rightmost non-zero digits and keep all the zeros before that. So the main problem is this. We get a number, we store it in a string. We even, see in the number as a string. We define a string s, and we see in s as a string. And we're gonna have a backward for to find the latest non-zero digits. And after we found that, we will continue this for and count that how many zeros are before this digit d. And the maximum number of characters to keep is gonna be the total sum that we get here. That's d and all the zeros before that. And the rest of the characters must be removed. Let me show this to you on an example. For example, consider this input 666. Its latest non-zero digit is 6. And before that, there are no zeros. So the maximum number of digits to keep is 1. So we have to remove the rest. So 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. 2 will be removed. In the second example, the first non-zero digit from the end is this 7. And the number of zeros before it is 0. So again, only one digit can be kept. 4 digits must be removed. Only one digit can be kept. 4 digits must be removed. And in here, the last non-zero digit is this 3. And there are 2 zeros before this. And these 3 characters can be remained. We have 6 characters in total, so other 3 characters must be removed. And in the last one, the last non-zero digit is 7. There are 0 zeros before this, so 1 digit can be kept, so 0 digits will be removed. That's the whole solution. Is it clear? If you want, I can show you a code as well. If it's completely clear for you, please again put a plus or use the 100 emoji. Can you explain it again? My sister didn't understand. Is your sister watching? I didn't get it. Yeah, I will show you the code as well. Yes, we can store it in a string. We can store a number in a string. That's completely okay. Okay, so I will go over it once again very quickly. I'm saying that you can get the number, you can input the number as a string s. And basically the idea is to keep only one non-zero digit. Okay, the idea is to keep only one non-zero digits. And the point is that we can also keep all the zeros before this number as well. And we want to maximize the number of digits that we keep. So the best option is to keep the rightmost non-zero digit and all the zeros before that. So that's what we are trying to count. And let me show it on a code as well. That's how we count this value. Let me first show you this Python code. This is a Python code. I will also show you a C++ code as well. What he does in here is this. He gets a string s, and he says that while s of -1 was equal to 0, s does pop. Basically, what he's doing is that first he removes the zeros from the end to reach the latest element that is non-zero. So as long as the latest digit was 0, he will pop that to get to a digit that is not 0. Now he has the latest non-zero digits. And once he has that, he can simply print n-1 minus s.count of 0. N was the length of s. N of them will be, n is the total number of digits that existed. We have a -1 because we do not remove this latest digit. We keep it. And also all the zeros that are remained in s, they are before this non-zero digits. So they can remain as well. So basically from the total n, he will subtract this 1 and the number of zeros that are remained. Considering that we have removed all the zeros after the last non-zero digits. Also we have this C++ code as well. What he does is this. He has a for, let's see what he's done. He has a for, and if s of I was non-zero, he does this. He says that ans is equal to minimum of ans and rem plus n minus I minus 1. So basically rem is the number of, in his code, rem is the number of characters that need to be removed. Okay, rem is the number of characters that need to be removed. Whenever he sees a character that is not 0, he will increase this rem by 1, because if another number is going to be kept, this one must be removed. So rem basically has all the non-zeros, all the non-zero digits before these digits. And he adds to n minus I minus 1, which are all the digits after this digit I. So he assumes that I is going to be the last digit that is going to remain. All the non-zero digits before this and all the digits after this, regardless of if they are 0 or not 0, all of them must be removed. So he will just keep taking minimum of ans and that value. And the bonus point is that he did not even need to say that is equal to minimum of ans and this. If he would only say that ans is equal to this, it was enough. Why? Because I just told you that the latest digit is going to give you the optimal answer. So if he just says that ans equal to that, the last value that we will overwrite, this value is going to be the last non-zero digit. So it's going to give you the correct answer. So this is also C++ code. Is it clear? I will show you your submissions on the next problem. Went bad for me only till D, man. I see. Will you go up to F or G? It completely depends on the time. In my mind, we have like 2 hours. So maybe we have to go faster if we want to do till G. But it's possible that we don't. So maybe don't count on it. The live stream will be recorded and you can watch it afterwards. So if you are here for G, you can watch the stream afterwards and see if G is covered or not. But I will do my best to cover that one too. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll try to go faster. Sure. Okay, problem C. Simple repetition. Pasha loves prime numbers. Once again, in his attempts to find a new way to generate prime numbers, he became interested in an algorithm he found on the internet. To obtain a new number, y repeats k times the decimal representation of the number x. So you have some number k, you will repeat x k times. So for example, if you have 52 and 3, you will have 52, 52, 52. Pasha really wants the resulting number y to be prime, but he doesn't yet know how to check the primality of numbers generated by this algorithm. Help Pasha and tell him whether y is prime. First, we know that x is from 1 to 10 to the power of 9. First, assume that x is not 1. So we know that x is between 1 and 10 to the power of 9. K is up to 7. I'm saying that first assume that x is greater than 1. There are two cases, either x is equal to 1 or x is greater than 1. I'm going to solve these two cases separately. First, consider that x is greater than 1. I want to show you that if x is greater than 1 and k is greater than 1, again in here we have two cases. If k is 1 or k is greater than 1. If both of x and k were greater than 1, definitely the answer is no. The number is not prime. If x is greater than 1 and k is greater than 1, definitely the number is not prime. Why? Because basically putting a number k times after itself, it's like multiplying it by a number. Why? Because assume that, for example, 52 is repeated 3 times. The example that you had in this problem, it's going to be 52, 52, 52. It is exactly like multiplying 52 by 1 plus 100 plus 10,000. Why? Because each one of these is a shift. It's like you're adding 52 and 52, then 2 zeros, and 52, then 4 zeros. It's like you're adding these numbers. So this is 52 times 1. This is 52 times 100. And this is 52 times 10,000. Okay, these are the numbers that we have. So basically, when k is greater than 1, it means that you are multiplying your number by a number greater than 1. It's always like that. Do you guys agree with this? If you agree with this, please put a plus, otherwise put a minus. Awesome. Okay, I will explain that again very quickly. I said that repeating a number is exactly like multiplying it by something. Why? Because it's basically like you're adding shifts of this number. For example, let's say another example. Assume that your number is 125 and it will be repeated twice. So it will be 125, 125. I'm saying that it's like adding 125 and 125, then 3 zeros. This is 125 times 1. This is 125 times 1000. Okay. So it's like you are multiplying 125 by 1 plus 1000, which is 1001. So it's like you are multiplying this number by something. Okay. So I'm saying that in the case where x is greater than 1 and k is greater than 1, it's like you are multiplying x by some number greater than 1. Some, let's say y, or let's use another value, t. T is also defined. Let's use, I don't know, I'm looking at the keyboard, u, such that both of x and u are greater than 1. By definition of prime numbers, this number is not prime. Because a prime number cannot be written as the product of two numbers greater than 1. A prime number never can be written as the product of two numbers greater than 1. If you have two numbers greater than 1 and you're multiplying them, definitely the result is not a prime number. So by definition, this is not prime. So if x is greater than 1 and k is greater than 1, the answer is no. So definitely one of x and k must be 1. Is it clear so far? If it is, please put a plus or use this emoji. If it's not, let me know. But we are breaking the number, then why it will not be prime? We are not breaking the number. We are just adding the number right after each other. So it's like we are adding shifts of this number. So basically this number is like, I'm repeating a number sometimes. It's like multiplying it by a number. Basically it's like that. So therefore it's gonna be like this. Holy shit, you make things so much simpler. I'm happy to hear that. Hey, when you review, see a profile of your subscribers. I will talk about the memberships. I think I can also do a public one as well. If you guys want that one of the topic streams, it can also be a public one. If you have a weekly topic stream, we can do a public one this time if you want. I will put that in the words like the last one. And again, if you want, you can join the Telegram channel that you find here to participate in the votes. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so at least one of x and k is equal to 1. Okay, if k is equal to 1, the problem is easy. Just check if x is prime. Just check if x is prime. And you can check it with a very good time complexity. What is the time complexity to check if a number is prime? What is the best time complexity to check if a number is prime? Exactly, O of roots n. You can just have a 4 on all the numbers for I from 2 roots n. It's better to write your 4 like this, 4 int of I equal to 2, and your condition should be this, I times I less than or equal to n. So your 4 will be like this in C++. 4, it's better to use this instead of using a square root function of C++. I times I less than equal to n I plus plus. If n modulo I was non-zero, it means that this number is not prime. Otherwise, the number is prime. Because a prime number definitely can be written, a non-prime number. A non-prime number can be written as the product of two numbers a and b, which both are greater than 1. And it's easy to say that when it is product of two numbers, at least one of them is less than root n. Because if both of them were greater than root n, then the product was greater than n. So definitely, if it's not a prime, it definitely has a divisor less than or equal to root n. So it's enough to check up to root n. So we can solve this case in O of root n. And because n is up to 10 to the power of 9, it's gonna be around 3 times 10 to the 4. And we have t test cases, t is up to 100, so the time complexity is good. And also about this case, where x is 1, we know that k is up to 7. So again, just write this number and check if it's prime. So this number is either 1 if k is 1, 1, 1, or 11 if k is 2, 1, 1, 1, or 111 if k is 3, and so on. The last one is 7 once. So for these ones also just check. This is gonna be only O of roots at most, because it has at most 7 digits. It's gonna be less than that because n could be up to 10 to the power of 9. But this number is definitely gonna be less than 10 to the power of 8. Or even less than 10 to the power of 7, because 10 to the power of 7 has 8 digits. This number has at most 7 digits. So in this case, we can also just check. In general, in total, our time complexity is going to be at most O of t times roots n plus roots 10 to the power of k, let's say, because this number is less than 10 to the power of k. So this is going to be our total time complexity. Is it completely clear? I can't understand for x greater than 1 and k greater than 1. Okay, I will repeat that. X equal to 7, y equal to 2. I will tell you this example. Let me write it here to get back to it. X equal to 7, y equal to 2. Will you test today's problems with ChatGPT? If you want, yes. I can test them with ChatGPT or Grok. Grok is also, guys, so good. I always say that Grok is very good. I prefer it to even ChatGPT about thinking. Okay, what rating are these problems? Soon ratings are gonna be released, but if I wanna guess, I say like maybe 1200, maybe. Guys, you can send these submissions. I choose one submission completely at random, so I hope that you won't get sad. I try to do it completely random. The one that gets my eyes, I will show you that one. There's no judgment behind that. It's completely random. Okay, but let me first repeat the parts about x greater than 1 and y greater than 1. For example, the example that you said, I'm saying that when you write 7 2 times, it's like multiplying it by some number. Why? Because it's like you're writing 7 and adding 70 to it. So this is 7 times 1, and this is 7 times 10. So it's like you're multiplying 7 by 11. In general, when you write some number k times, it's like you are multiplying it by some number. It's completely like you're multiplying it by some number. Let's say that your n is 42, your k is 4. So you write 42 4 times. Then it's like you have 42 and you have 400, 2000, and you have 42 times 10 to the 4th, and you have 42 times 10 to the 6th. It's basically like that. You can see that the sum of these numbers is 42, 42, 42, 42. So this one is 41 times 42 times 1, 42 times 100, 42 times 10,000, and 42 times 1 million. It's basically like that. So it's like you're multiplying 42 by this number. So repeating the decimal representation of some number, it's like you are shifting them and adding it, shift and add, shift and add. And these shifts are like by multiplying by some number, by multiplying some power of 2. So when x is greater than 1 and k is greater than 1, when both of them are greater than 1, it's like you're repeating x so many times. X is greater than 1 and it is being multiplied by some number that one is also greater than 1 as well. X and you are both greater than 1. So this number by definition is not prime because it can be written as the product of two numbers greater than 1. I hope it's completely clear now. Sure. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, let me show you this submission. Let me bring the submissions page. Oh. It doesn't exist, your submission. Maybe I should show another submission. Let's show this one. We didn't find that one. Oh, the reason we didn't find that one is because there are two submissions here. Sorry. Okay, find this one. But this is Java. I will quickly show that. I will show the other code that I copied as well. This is saying that we have a boolean is prime that does exactly what we said. In of root n, it finds out that what is if there's a number that this number divides. If that is, then if that exists, then it will return false. Otherwise, it returns true. And in here, we say that if k is equal to 1, we just check if x is prime. Otherwise, he says that the only case that the number will be prime is when x is equal to 1 and k is equal to 2. I think he's done an additional work and just consider that the numbers that only have digits 1, which of them is prime. He just found out, because we have only 7 cases in here. I said that we can just do it in code, but we could also write it like for by hand or prove that in some way that only for k equal to 2 it's correct. It's gonna give you prime. And the rest are not prime. Because when k is equal to 2, it will give you 11, but then other numbers like 111, this number, and so on, these are not prime numbers. So this could be done as well. I mean, instead of checking this k, because it's only 7 possible numbers, instead of checking in code, you could just say that only for k equal to 2 it works if x is equal to 1. So what he does here is that he says that if x equal to 1, only k equal to 2 works. Let me quickly show you the other code as well. This code is also checking if a number is prime by O of root n, and then he says that if n was equal to 1 and k equal to 2 again, COT yes. Otherwise, he will check if n is prime and k is equal to 1. Otherwise, it's not. So it's basically the same solution. Is it completely clear? Yeah, Martin, please don't send the submission so many times. That's why I put limits between the code. I mean, I choose the code, the first code that I see in the screen. And if it's not chosen, you were not lucky. Maybe in the next problems, I will choose your code. Sorry for that. I only attempted till C. Do I need to watch further? Definitely, you should learn to solve the problems that you haven't accepted. But if you mean that you haven't read the rest of the problems, it completely depends on your current situation. Maybe if you want to read the problems first, you can just read the problems and think about them and then come and watch the rest of the live stream. But if you know yourself and you know that later you don't find time to spend time thinking on the rest of the problems, it's better to watch and at least see that what's the problem as its solution. It's better than nothing. Yes, if you know that you can read and come back, that's gonna work. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Awesome. So let's move on to the next problem, right? You guys are okay? And guys, let me tell you a little bit about joining the channel. As I said in the Telegram channel, you can join the channel using this button that you see in here. It's completely your choice. If you want to support the channel and support the movement, you can join from here. And in response, you will definitely get things. If you become a supporter, it's gonna be less than $1 per month. It's different in different countries. In the US, it's 99 cents per month, but YouTube adjusted in different countries. For example, in India, it's $1/3 of the dollar, $1/3 per month. You get the problem of the week. I add these perks today. You get a problem from me, a good Codeforces problem from me. You will get vote on topic streams bi-weekly, and you will get course discounts. Basically, the point is that your course discount will be in a way that I will make sure that you will get at least your money back. So I will make sure that more than you spend, you get back in this course discount, because you're the ones who made creating the course possible. And also there are other tires in Problem Solver. I won't go through them in detail. You can just read them here. There are problem sets, etc. Weekly contests in Codeforces group, and there's a fast learner that has these things, and this future grandmaster, that is the end of it. This is if you want to be in contact with me in person. You want to be in a group and have personal training plan, etc. And you want to be in contact with me. Where are the courses? For now, they are not recorded. The main point is that because of the struggles and the barriers that this channel has, there are some limits for the growing of this channel. You know that I personally have spent more than $1,000 so far on this channel. And this is okay. I did it very happily and I'm proud that I did this. The channel was one of the best things that I've done in my life. I'm really proud of this channel. But the point is that there are some limits and I cannot do it. I mean, it stops me from doing it too much. So the point is that this helps the channel to outspace these barriers. So if you pay 99 cents, you get 99 cents of a course. No, I will set the discounts in a way that in total you will get your money back, not exactly 99 cents of a course. You get more than that. Definitely more than that. Because you spent this money in advance and you supported the channel. And if you were not supporting, it was not possible to create that course. We need some additional resource to be able to create that course. And that's why I'm adding this more works for people, some people, so that they can join the channel. Okay, when the course starts, the course is getting prepared. The recording is started. As I said, there are some barriers. For example, I am talking with the editor about this. An editor is on this. You know that from the last video, and the next video, guys, is gonna be prepared very soon. For now, the editor is working on the next video that is gonna be released very soon. I'm excited about it myself. You can join the Telegram channel to know more about when exactly it gets released. I'm very excited myself about this. But after that, it will start the course will get started editing as well. Yes, I have an editor. You think that I edit all the videos? No, this live does not have editor, but for example, these videos have editors. For example, this video definitely has an editor. And I guess you guys really like the video as well, because you watched it a lot. I mean, a lot more people watched this one that's editor as edited. You can see that it has some edits. I don't do it myself. Okay. Welcome to the supporter Tyre Narayana, and thank you for supporting the channel. I'm happy to hear that. Yes, it is my best video so far, this last video. And yeah, in the next video is gonna be, let's see if the next video is gonna be better than it or not. I mean, I level up this video. I bought a camera. I can show you the camera. It's not here, but I could show the camera. The camera itself is more than $1,000, to be honest. I mean, I didn't calculate while I was talking to you about the money that I spent. I didn't calculate the camera, for example, because that's an asset that remains. But there's a, for example, the camera itself was greater than 1,000. These lights, there are a lot of things. Yes. And it's a really good camera. I mean, the quality is good. Before that, I was using my phone. And right now, I'm using my phone as well for live. But for videos, I use the camera. And thank you, Mata, for joining the supporter tier. Okay. Let's talk about the next problem, I guess. Let's not spend more time on it. Yeah, sure. We will move on to the next row. People are best at procrastination and planning, so roadmap videos do get best views. Yeah, maybe. How to become supported? You can just click on this join section, on this join button here. Okay, shall we move on? On D, all your edited videos have funky background lighting. More than what I spent. Yeah, sure. Okay, you will definitely get, and that's something that I can say for sure. So let's move on to the next problem. Problem D. Skibidi Table. I didn't think about this problem before this before this live stream, not topic stream. But we'll solve it right away. I don't think it's a hard problem. We'll solve it together. It says that Vadim loves filling square tables with integers. He came up with a way to do it for fun. Table of size 2 by 2. So we have a table, we place 1 at the top left, 2 in the bottom right, 3 in the bottom left, 4 in the top right. It's a 2 by 2 table. He has a table of size 2 to the power of n by 2 to the power of n. He plans to fill it with integers from 1 to 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 2n. Okay, in ascending order. To fill such a large table, Vadim will divide it into 4 equal square tables, filling the top left one first, then the bottom right one, followed by bottom left one, and finally the top right one. Each smaller table will be divided into even smaller ones as he fills them until he reaches tables of size 2 by 2, which he will fill in the order described above. Now Vadim is eager to start filling the table, but he has Q questions of 2 types. What number will be in the cell at the X row and Y column? In which cell coordinates will the number D be located? Okay. So basically we have we have to say that where D is located and what will be in the cell at the X row and Y column. There's just one thing that I wanted to make sure. I mean, basically it's like he's using only 1, 2, 3, 4. When is he using any number greater than 0? Can't I become a member? Can I be a member? You can definitely be a member. I think everyone can be a member. If I don't know what is YouTube rules, but basically you can become a member. Yes, definitely. You can all join any plan that you want. You can just click on this join button and you can join from here. Let's get back. Okay. I got it. The numbers themselves are getting divided as well. I got it. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Shohanur. I got what it is about. Okay, so basically the table will be filled like this. So the main idea in here is pattern recognition, finding out that's how numbers are being calculated. And the point is that if you look at it in base 2, it will become a lot more neat. Because let's say this. I mean, if you take a look at this problem, we know that the top, I mean, the cells are going to be like this. The top left cell is going to be 1. The bottom right is 2. The bottom left is 3. This one is 4. The top right is 4. If you look at it in base 2, it would be a lot neater because it's like the bottom right, let's say top left is like 0, 1. This one is, let's use it like this. Let's say that, let's decrease 1 from it as well. Instead of 1, 4, 3, 4, let's decrease it by 1. And let's write it as, it's like this one is 0, this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3. Then if we write it in base 2, everything will be neater. Why? Because this one will be 0, 0, this one will be 1, 1, this one will be 1, 0, this one will be 0, 1. So basically I'm saying that let's take a look at the table. Let's decrease all the numbers by 1. Okay, if you decrease the numbers by 1, everything remains the same, only in the base case. Instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4 is gonna be 0, 1, 2, 3. Then if you take a look at it in base 2, everything is gonna be a lot simpler. I think that if you wanna see where X is, you can take a look at its binary representation. First of all, subtract x by 1, because as I said, all the numbers in the table will be subtracted by 1. Consider the first 2 digits of its binary representation. If it is 0, 0, it will definitely go to the top left corner. If it is 0, 1, it will definitely go to the bottom right corner. If it is 1, 0, it will definitely go to the bottom left. If it is 1, 1, it will definitely go to the top right corner. So you will find that in which of these sections it is. And again, inside that, in order to find out in which of these sections it is, we can again consider the next 2 digits. If it is 0, 0, it will go to here. If it is 0, 1, it will go to here, and so on. So basically, you can just consider the binary representation of the number and consider the bits. Consider that the bits are 2n bits. It can have leading zeros as well. Add leading zeros as much as it becomes exactly 2n digits. And then you can say that we can just say that each of these 2 bits show that what is the coordinate in when we split using that. And this will help us a lot. This will help us to find out where exactly some number x is. So when you are given some x, let's take an example to show you what exactly we can say. In the first example, let me show you the algorithm on an example. Sorry. Let's say that in the example, the value of n is equal to 2. The value of n is 2. The number of queries is 5. And we have the numbers like this. The first one, let's consider a query like 4. This query that asks that where 4 is. I say that, okay, we have n equal to 2. So it's like we have 2 layers of dividing by 4. First, we divide by 4. We want to see that in which of these quarters this 4 is going to be. I first subtract 4 by 1. I say that by subtracting 4 by 1, it will be 3. And its binary representation will be 1, 1. I add leading zeros to it so that the number of digits will be 2n. And then I say that the first 2 digits is 0, 0. So basically, I believe that when the first 2 digits is 0, 0, it should be in the top left corner. And then when the next 2 digits is 1, 1, in this top left corner, it's going to be in the bottom right corner. Or no, not bottom right. 1, 1 was top right. In this top right corner. So this cell is going to be 1 and 2. And if you take a look at this example, you see that 4 is really 1 and 2. And let's see that what can we say about 15. About 15, if we write it in base 2, it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1. So in the first distribution, it will go to, we have this number. We have a 1, 1 here, so we will go to here. And the next one is also 1, 1. So inside this also we will go to the top right. Because we have 1, 1. Oh, I didn't subtract 1 from it. There should be, as I said, first we subtract 1. As we subtract 1, this will become 14, and this will become 1, 1, 1, 0. And 1, 0 is bottom left. So this cell is going to be the results. And this is 2 and 3. And let's see that what it is. It is 2 and 3. So that's the general idea. Each time you can see that in which of these sections it is, and you will just add some value to x and y accordingly. For example, you have some x and y, they are both 0 at the beginning. When you see that it's going to be in this quarter, for example, you should just add to x the distance that these two have, or add to y. Let's say add to y, because let's say x is this, y is this. Add to y 2 to the power of the current level that we are. This way we can see that how much we should shift x, how much we should shift y. And we can find out where is the position of this number. Is it clear so far? And thank you, Ricardo, for joining the channel, and also Saga. Change the screen. I didn't change the screen. Yes, I can repeat it once again. So how do we get this intuition? That's what you ask. Well, when I saw the problem, I completely faced the problem in front of you guys. I didn't read the problem before that. Let me tell you a little bit that's how did I get this intuition when I read the problem? How did I felt like we should do this? First of all, the main important point was that after seeing this problem, first of all, I can say that the reason is that I have seen so many problems similar to this before. That we have coordinates, we feel coordinates like this. So the main idea, if you want to ask that how can I get like this so that I read the problem and the solution comes to my mind, the point is that you should read a lot of problems and solve a lot of problems. That's the only way that you get that. But why did I get this? Because this completely gives us the feeling of base 2. I mean, if you look at it, we have 2 to the power of n, 2 to the power of n, 2n, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them give the feeling of base 2. It's like shouting out that you should use base 2. So if you want to see that what was happening in my mind that I thought of this, was that everything I was seeing in this problem, back inside my mind, everything I was seeing in this problem was shouting out base 2. That's why I started looking at it in base 2. And it works very well because basically there was a bijection between the binary representation of the number and its coordinate. There was a close relationship between these two. I haven't yet told you the other direction, but let me first, after talking about this intuition, let me repeat this part once again. How did I say that? I was saying that, you know, basically when you have a number, let's look at it in base 2. If it starts with 1, 1, it's in the fourth, I mean, if we divide the numbers into 4 sections, if we divide the whole numbers in 4 equal intervals. If it is 1, 1, it means that it belongs to the 1/4 of greatest numbers. And we know that all such numbers will go to here. If it starts with 0, 0, we know that it's among the smallest number. It's among the 1/4 of the smallest numbers. So it will definitely go to here. So the first 2 digits show us that how we should choose the position of, in which quarter this number is going to be. And now, after we decided that, for example, let's say, okay, we understood that we will go to this quarter. For example, this number starts with 1, 0, and it goes to this quarter. Now, how can I find out that what is the next position? I mean, in which of these 4 sections it goes? Guys, after we subtract 1, we know that all the numbers that go to here start with 1, 0. So this 1, 0 can be removed from all of them. All of them start with that 1, 0. So now the rest of the digits matter. Again, if you consider the first 2 of them, the next first 2 show that in which of these 4 the number is going to be. For example, if it is 1, 1, it's definitely going to go here. And we know that all the numbers that went here first had 1, 0 and then had 1, 1. So now these 2 digits can be removed as well. So each time we remove 2 digits, we find that in which quarter this number goes. There are a lot of numbers that the pattern, there are a lot of problems that the pattern is similar to this. The table will be built with such a pattern. Yes, I mean, maybe we can say a well-known, but if you have solved a lot of problems, you have seen such patterns. You will see such patterns. So the key idea, as I say, is to solve so many problems. I mean, competitive programming, as I see, I mean, just wait for the next video to be released. I talked about the main mistakes, fatal mistakes that people make in learning competitive programming. Competitive programming, guys, is about solving problems, not about reading the algorithms, etc. So basically, you have to solve a lot of problems to get these ideas so fast. Can binary search also work? Binary search is not necessary in this problem. Can we solve this problem differently? Maybe I think the main solution is this. I think any other solutions can be hard. I think the main solution is to look at it in base 2. Yes, and it is a constructive problem. Let me also tell you about the reverse condition. If you are given a coordinate and you have to find out that what is the number in that coordinate. That's almost the same thing. Do not forget that the numbers are decreased by 1 in our table. So when we want to output it, we have to add 1 to it again to make it what it must be. Again, when you see a position, first you can see that in which quarter it is. For example, if it is in this quarter, it means that its number starts with 0, 0. Again, in this part, if it is in this quarter, it means that the next 2 bits are going to be 0, 1. If next time it's in this quarter, it means that the next 2 bits are again 0, 0. And so on. So based on the position, you also find out each time you can just limit yourself to a sub-rectangle and see this one in which quarter this one is. And find out what is going to be the next 2 bits based on that. And this way you can easily find out that where this number belongs. I mean, what is the number that belongs to here? You can construct this number using this position. You can both construct the position based on the number or construct the number based on the position. Both works. And this can be calculated. I will show you the code on this problem as well. If you want, you can send me your code. The first code that I see here, I will show that one. If you didn't understand, if you did understand first, put a plus or use this emoji. If you didn't, let me know. I will also explain it on a code as well. How do I get personal plan if I join future Grandmaster membership? If you get future Grandmaster membership, you will see the link in a community tab post. You will see the link. I will add the link. You will see the link that is a link to a personal, to a Telegram channel, private Telegram channel or Discord server. We have both of them. I'm gonna add the link to both of them, a Discord server and a Telegram channel, and in there you can be in contact with me and I will give you the personal plan. So if you register for future Grandmaster plan, I will basically give you a plan and coach you myself that how you should train. So you should just for now join, and then you will see in the community tab the links to join the Telegram channel. Okay, so let me show you this submission. Is the FS Tillis is author of this problem? Who is FS Tillis? I can't see the join option. It's here. Where are you from? Maybe it's because of your country. I don't know. Some of you are saying that it's different in different countries. But if it's not here, you can also use this link. This is CP with Cheyenne /join. By this link, you can join as well. The URL to the YouTube channel /join. Let me see. I don't know who are you talking about. I don't know. Maybe you can. Did he send a message in here or something? I don't know if that's the case. Where are you from, Maruf? Where are you from? If you are from a country that you can't join, what you should do is to use a VPN to just be able to see that link. From Bangladesh. Is there anyone else from Bangladesh here? Definitely there should be somewhere else from Bangladesh in here. Do you guys have the same issue or not? They will be added today. All these will be added today. All these perks will be added today. Yes, also not showing Bangladesh. Okay. So you have to use a VPN then if you want to see that join button. By a VPN, your IP will be changed, and maybe that's way. If you really want a plan, you can use a VPN to join and then join the Telegram channels, etc. I see. I don't know that then. Isn't Bangladesh connected to international payment methods like MasterCard, Visa card? Okay, let's first talk about the solutions. Let's not, I know that many of you want the solution to be discussed, so let's not waste their time more than this. Oh, I copied another link. Let me copy this link again. Okay, so what he or she does in this code is this. We get a type, and if type was like this, we should get a coordinate and we get the number. Otherwise, we get the number and you should find the coordinate. So we have two functions. One is get number, one is get position. Get number finds the number that is in some position based on its name, and get position will find the position if the name is appropriate. So a get number will work like this. We have n, x, and y. If n was equal to 1, it means that we have reached the 2 by 2 table. In that case, we will see that what is x and y, and return the corresponding number. In that case, we will return the corresponding number. Otherwise, we will define size as 2 to the power of n minus 1 and the block as size times size. So we have 4 blocks. Each block is 2 to the power of n minus 1 times 2 to the power of n minus 1. We have 4 blocks. This code is actually a good code. Kudos, Saga. So in each part, we say that if x was less than or equal to half and y is also less than or equal to half, it's in top left corner. So we will get number of n minus 1 xy. Otherwise, if x was greater than half and y was greater than half, it's the latest quarter. So it will go here. It will go here. So basically, we say that we decrease x by half and y by half because both of them, now among the new numbers, the position is going to be like this. The position now, let's say the position, if x and y are both greater than half, for example, is here. Now we are going to go to this subrectangle. So from both x and y, we have to subtract 2 to the power of n minus 1. Because in this new rectangle, this new position, relative position, is going to be here. And then we say that return get number of this plus block. A block will be added to this. Y block will be added to this because the numbers that are here will be added, will be the second block of the numbers. The second block of numbers will come here. So one block should be added. These numbers, all the numbers that are here are smaller than this. So we should add block to it. If x was greater than half and y was less than or equal to half, it's again another case. Only x must be subtracted by half because the position is bottom left. The position is bottom left. So x must be decreased by half, but y doesn't change. And 2 times block plus get number, otherwise 3 times block plus get number. And in here we say that if n is equal to 1, for get position, we will return the cases, we will return the positions, the coordinates that are in the base case. Otherwise, again, we define size and block. And then we say that we have this situation. If d is less than or equal to block, is in the top left. So we will find get position of n minus 1 and then we return that. If it was less than or equal to 2 times block, it will go to bottom right corner. So we will have auto of px and py equal to this because it's in bottom right. Both of these coordinates must be added by size. In this case, one of them must be added by size. In this case, also the second one must be added by size. And also you should decrease block from them. If I'm basically the modulo block. I'm not modulo exactly because he has used one base. But you have to subtract blocks, multiples of blocks from them to be able to find the new number the new relative number that we have in that subrectangle. Is it clear or not? If it is clear, please put a plus or use this emoji. Repeat the code. I don't know when did you send this message. If you still have issue, please say that again if you want it to be repeated. The value names aren't clear. Can you explain them? Okay, sure. Yes. Without that, people will be more eager to implement simpler problem than code harder problem, but with less code. We underestimated the awareness of serial solvers with MEX. I see. Could you explain future Grandmaster membership plan? Yes, sure. I will send this submission link to you as well, so that if you want, you can use it as well. VPN is working. Okay, good. So with VPN, you can see the join button, right? Maybe it's better to always use VPN then, if there are some restrictions for using the features of the channel. I think it's not fair. I'm sure that in Iran, in my own country, Iran, also there are these restrictions. There are many restrictions in Iran. I will repeat the code again, sure. In Iran, we all were using VPN. In Iran, even YouTube is banned. Did you know that in Iran, YouTube is banned in general? So we need VPN to connect to YouTube. I think in China also VPN, you need VPN to access YouTube. Yes, YouTube is banned in Iran, unfortunately. Yes, let's move on to the code. Again, guys, this size is the dimensions of these 4 subrectangles. We said that we have a square and we have some subsquares. The size of this square is 2 to the power of n by 2 to the power of n. Each of these are in turn gonna be 2 to the power of n minus 1 by 2 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, so basically this size is 2 to the power of n minus 1, the sides of those subrectangles, subsquares. And the block is the number of cells in those 4 subsquares. And half in here is the size itself. Half is basically saying that what is that half value that we have for these coordinates. We know that the coordinates are from 1 to 2 to the power of n. Half is 2 to the power of n minus 1. So basically we know that if x is less than or equal to half, it's in here, otherwise it's in here. Also y, if y is less than or equal to half, it's here, otherwise it's here. So basically this half helps us find out that in which quarter this number is gonna be. And we say that if x was less than or equal to half and y was less than or equal to half, it relates to the top left corner and other cases. So we find out in which of these corners it belongs, and we say that, okay, so for instance, if x was greater than half and y was greater than half, we know that it belongs to the bottom right corner. When it belongs to the bottom right corner, we should subtract x and y by half. Why? Because now its relative position will be in here. From both of these coordinates, we should decrease 2 to the power of n minus 1 so that it gets adjusted. So basically we can keep doing this each time and finally get the numbers. And in this case, we should add block to our number because these are the second batch of the numbers that we will have. These are the second batch of the numbers that we will have. The first batch goes in the top left, the second batch goes to the bottom right. So block, the value of block must be added. Block is the number of cells that we have in each of these squares. Every cell in the square number 1 is going to have a value less than this one. So we should add all of them. Is it clear? I know I have many friends in Iran. I see. Cool. Give link of the code. I think I sent it once, didn't I? Please explain future Grandmaster. Okay. Okay, sure, I will. I will talk about this. So first, let's make sure that everyone understood the code completely. In this case, in the second case, we have get position, and this is completely the same. We should find out in which quarter this number belongs, and based on that, we will go to the corresponding subrectangle. We find out to which quarter it depends, and then we subtract that number, the corresponding number, from the value of d, We subtract block from it, or 2 times block or 3 times block. And then this way we will find out what is its relative number in its own quarter. Then we will adjust the coordinates based on in which quarter they are. For example, if it is less than or equal to 2 times block, it belongs to the bottom right corner, bottom right quarter. So we have to add such to both px and py. If it is completely clear, please use the plus, or use put plus in the chat, or use this emoji. I will join fast learner, fast learner, that is. I will explain. That's good. I mean, happy to hear that. If there are any issues, let me know. I don't know who is this guy. I haven't seen him here. I haven't seen any message from him here. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention to the names. Sorry for that. Thank you very much. S versus J face off. Yeah, there's @coder, Yusako, things like that. There are so many sites. Okay, what is his name? Because I didn't see his name. That's good that one of the problem setters is here. That's very good. Maybe he can give some insights about them as well. Like if you are hearing me, how did you these problems? Oh, I see him now. The reason that I was not seeing him was that his face was not, his profile was not clear. It's a white profile. I see him now. Yeah, if you want, you can give comments on your own problems as well. We will definitely be happy to hear that. That's a good thing to know. And also you can give comments about the solutions as well. Okay. Also, you asked me to tell you about the problem solver, fast learner, and future grandmaster plans. I will do it very quickly so that we can get to problem E very fast too. Guys, okay, the problem solver plan is a plan if you want more from my side, you want more help, you want more plan from my side. Each tier has more, you can join the next tiers if you want more things and if you want to grow faster, improve faster. The problem solver plan has earlier access to new videos, so every video will be first released for people who are in this tier. They can watch first and then the other people, and in this time that they can watch, only they can put comments and I will respond all their comments related to the video. They have a curated problem set weekly. Each week they will get a problem set which are for different days. They have daily problems that they can think about throughout the week. And they have access to the past member content. All the contents that have been used and shared will be shared with them. They have access to all of the previous ones. They have behind the scenes sneak peeks. This is something more fun. I mean, sometimes something funny happens behind the scenes and I haven't shared them. But I was thinking that maybe I can share some, but not to public, but maybe to a few people. And weekly contests in Codeforces group. In Codeforces group, they will have, each week they will have a contest that is only for the members of Problem Solver. And definitely they have all the perks from the previous tier as well. Each tier has all the perks from the previous tiers. All the previous tiers are a subset of this tier. Fast Learner has again more perks. It has focused private live streams. We will have some monthly live streams only for these people. We will discuss their current situation, how did they grow. Each month we will have a private live stream to see that how did they perform and what is their current situation and talk about the future. And monthly video by your choice. One of the videos that I will create per month, it will be by their choice. They will vote on that and say that what the video should be about. I will ask them about that. Early access to the courses and even higher discounts. These people will get higher discounts for the courses to make sure that they will get the money they spent back. I'm saying that, I mean, I try to make sure that to give the people discounts so that the money that they spent will be somehow given back to them, because this way you're not just getting these perks, but you're also supporting this work. I mean, this YouTube channel is facing a lot of barriers, a lot of limitations regarding time, regarding financial stuff, etc. You are helping this course. The reason that the course hasn't happened yet is these barriers, because we don't have unlimited power right now. We never get unlimited power, but our power is really, we are really struggling. And we have a study plan of the month. You have a detailed study plan of how you should study throughout the month, and member shout out. At the end of the videos, there will be a screen with your name so that everyone know that who are the people who are making this content possible. So it's more of a thank you part. And in the future Grandmaster, things are more personal. You will be get in contact with me. I will be aware of your situation myself. We will be in a group. We will be in touch. And you will have a personal training plan. A training plan that is for yourself. Basically designed for yourself. And milestone shoutouts. If you reached some rating, it will, and you were okay with that, I will shout out to everyone in the channel, in the community post, that you reached this rating. The main thing in this future Grandmaster is that we will be in contact in person, and I will try to somehow coach you. It doesn't have classes. It's not tutoring, but we will be in touch in social media. And if you want a tutoring after that, you can also tell me that you want tutoring. So these are, I hope I made all the tasks clear. Do you have any questions on that? Or is everything clear? Also, is it only for students, or can we do even if we only devote part-time? Yeah, definitely. It's not only for the people who study it full-time. A lot of you guys are doing it part-time. I know that a lot of you have some issues. Is the study plan, especially the personal study plan, is defined as the way that suits for you personally. So it will be adjusted based on your current situation and what you need. And I know that there are limitations that you might have. We will talk about the current situation you have, how much time you can spend, and we will find the best way so that you can improve using that. And also your goals are important. You want to get a job interview. I mean, you want to get success in a job interview, or you want to participate in IOI or in ICPC. These are all important, and we will decide dates based on that. What about my question? I don't know what is your question. I think I didn't see that. Check his CF handle. Whose CF handle? I didn't find your question, Mohit. Oh, I found it. I found it. Where do I find your free contests? The free contests are in the Codeforces group. It's in the Codeforces group. The link is shared in the Telegram channel. Join the Telegram channel and you can find the link to the Codeforces group. This is the link to the Telegram channel. I'm currently doing a course. Should I join? It's completely based on your decision. I mean, if you want this support, if you want these perks from me, you can join. And also by doing this, this is both about you getting some benefits, and also this channel gets some benefit, and the barriers will get. As I told you before, I never earned anything from this channel, and I don't even plan to do it right now. But I'm trying to think a bit bigger and think about the ways that we can improve and bring it to the next level. And for that, I was thinking that we need to do this step. In my mind is that we should release a video every week. And we should do streams for every contest. Now, sometimes we miss contests. One of the reasons is the financial barriers. Because for each contest that someone else streams other than me, I pay them something. And this amount is not low, it's high relatively. And the financial barriers does not let the channel to grow sometimes. And I try to somehow think big and try to make the whole thing better and remove these barriers. The course is not released yet. It's getting prepared. Again, the reason that it's not prepared yet is this limit these limitations. But we will fix them all. If you want to support the channel, you can join this. As I told you, even by a fraction of dollar, you can join the channel. By a fraction of dollar, for example, in United States is 99 cents, but for example, in India is 34 cents or something. In different countries, it's different. If this channel is really bringing you value as much as like $1 per month, I would appreciate it if you consider supporting the channel. But if it's not, or if you want to support the channel and for any reason you cannot right now, that still means a lot to me that you want to support, and I will really appreciate that. Great. Happy to hear that. See you soon then. Okay. Yes, we should move on. Yeah, I guess we won't be able to get to G. But let's see what happens. Let's go to problem E. It looks like a good problem statement. Good. I love the problems. It's short statements. Problem E, min max mex. You are given an array A of length n and the number k. A subarray is defined as a sequence of one or more consecutive elements of the array. You need to split the array A into k non-overlapping subarrays B1, B2 to Bk. So you want to split the array into k non-overlapping subarrays, k non-overlapping intervals, such that the union of them equals the entire array. Additionally, you need to maximize the value of x, which is equal to the minimum max of bi. Okay. So in each of these intervals, you will calculate the max, and you want the minimum of these values to be maximized. You have to find out what is that. Guys, if you have attended the previous live streams and topic streams, there's one thing that you can say right now. We are facing with the min-max problem, minimax problem. I talked about it so many times. What should we do when we face these problems? What is something that really helps? Exactly, binary search. I said it many times that you will see this pattern so many times. That when you face a problem that wants to minimize the maximum or maximize the minimum, in these problems usually binary search helps. I said it in the last topic stream, in one of the last topic streams, in one of the recent live streams, etc. Suppose I have joined fast learner, can I upgrade to future gym? Yes, I think you can upgrade it in the future. Binary search, but I was not able to implement. About upgrading, just to close that, yeah, you can always upgrade in the future months. YouTube allows that. Binary search, but I was not able to implement. We will discuss that. So let's do a binary search and assume that our binary search is x. The value of binary search is x. It means that all these mixes should have value greater than or equal to x. And this gives us a greedy algorithm. We have to find out if we can create k subarrays such that all of them have max at least x. So it would be like this. So again, how the intuition behind this problem happened. As I saw the problem, I saw that I want to minimize the maximum or maximize the minimum. I know this pattern that so many times when we face with such problems, we have to use binary search. Binary search always works. Sometimes there are simpler approaches exist as well, but binary search always works too. So let's use binary search, BS. So what I say is that, okay, let's assume that our binary search is on x. We have the value x right now, and we want it to be, we want the mix of all the intervals to be at least x, such that their minimum will be at least x. I start a greedy approach, starting from the beginning. I will move on till I get to the first point when my max will be at least x. And also I know that the value of max can be at most n. It cannot be more than n. And each time I add an element and I will update my max. How do I update my max? I do it like this. Whenever I see a value like y, I say mark of y equal to true. And then I say that as long as while mark of the current max current MEX was true, increase current MEX by 1. Why the time complexity of this is good? I show that in total this greedy algorithm works and its total time complexity is of n. I will show you that. Each time after this I say that if current MEX got greater than or equal to x, just add the number of blocks by 1 and then set all the marks that you made true to false again. All the marks that you set to true, set them equal to false again, and then it means that we start from the beginning, and car MEX is gonna become 0 now. Why this algorithm works well? Why does it work in O of n? Because each time that you see a number, this part is O of 1. This part also in total will be at most O of n, because each time that we increase something, each time that we increase our current MEX, it means that there was some cell such that it had this number. There was some cell that it had this number. So we can say that each of our operations is corresponding to one of the elements that we had somewhere. So the total number of times that these whiles will take time is gonna be at most O of n. The total time that it's gonna take is gonna be O of n. Okay. Now I saw the author's comment. It was our first one, so we really appreciate the feedback. Yeah, sure. We will give you feedback, both me and all the audience. Okay. So this is what we can say, that each time that we are increasing our current MEX, our number is getting, there was a number that was related to here that the current MEX is increased. So whenever we see that mark of car MEX is true, it means that we just saw an element that had this value. So we will increase it. So in total, this will also get O of n. Maybe in one step it takes too much time, but we show that in total it's not gonna take too much time. In total it's gonna be O of n. And this mark, to set them false, the rest are O of 1, these are O of 1. Setting mark to false, you can just have a 4 on all the elements that you added, have another 4 on them, and for each one of them again set the mark of the value in that cell equal to false. It's like you just iterate on those numbers once again. So it's like instead of iterating on numbers once, you are iterating on them twice. You are iterating on them once again. So it's going to be another O of n. And at the end of this procedure, if the number of blocks was at least k, it means that we can do this. Why? Because consider the first k blocks, and if there were more elements at the end, just append all of them to the last block as well. Append all of this to the last block as well. Then we have k blocks, and all of them have MEX at least x. If block was greater or equal to k, we can create x, otherwise we cannot create x. And that's all. So we have an O of log n binary search. And after that, we have an O of n greedy approach. Is it completely clear or not? Again, if it is completely clear, please put a plus or use the emoji, or otherwise let me know to say it again. Please repeat. Yeah, sure. I will repeat it once again. We were not experienced with CF type div3 contests. In our team, we didn't encounter a lot of problems about MEX. So we thought strongly that this type of problems would be harder. I see. That's interesting to know, the author's comments. That's very interesting. How do you guarantee at the end are exactly k segments? As I said, if we had more than k segments, we consider the first k segments and append everything after than the segment number k to it. It doesn't make the MEX worse. So MEX still is gonna be at least x. No, we're not doing binary search on current MEX. We are doing binary search on the value of x And then in our greedy approach, as we go forward, we will just keep adding elements. The first time that the MEX became at least X, we will say that, okay, this is one of our subarrays and remove it. And then it starts all over from the beginning. Let's take an example. Assume that X is equal to 2. And our numbers is this. Our numbers are these numbers. We have, for example, 1, 0, 2, 1, 4, 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 0. If we have this example, consider this example, we start from the beginning. If we add these elements, what is our MEX so far? Only by adding these first elements. If we have only this first element in our array, what is the MEX? Exactly, the MEX is 0 so far. What when we add this 0? What's when we add this 0 as well? Exactly, it becomes 2. Exactly. So in here our MEX becomes 2. So this block can be one block that will be removed. This block has MEX 2. So again we create another block from the beginning. What is our MEX here? No, it's not 3. We started all over from the beginning. So those first elements are removed. They are the first block. They are removed. Now we are considering the second block. And it is completely independent of the first block. Exactly. The MEX is going to be again 0 because we don't have anything else. And then when this 1 comes, still 0. When this 4 comes, still 0. When this 1 comes, still 0. When this 0 comes, it becomes 2. Because now we have both 0 and 1. And we also have 2 as well. So MEX is going to be 3. It's going to be greater than or equal to 2. So this block can be our second block. And again, we start here from the beginning again. This is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. When we reach to this 1, this is going to be our third block. And assume that we have some elements at the end as well. These will not be in any block. It's not important. And assume that our k was, for example, equal to 2. We say that the number of blocks is greater than or equal to k. So we can find an answer. How? Consider only the first 2 blocks. And everything after the second block will be appended to the second block. This way, still its MEX is at least X. So we can find k subarrays, k consecutive subarrays such that the MEX of each one of them is at least X. So this way is possible. So we have a binary search on X current MEX shows that what is our MEX currently. These are the values of current MEX. After adding each element, we keep account of what is the current value of MEX. And the first time that it reached X, we will say that, okay, this is one block, remove it. Is it completely clear? If it is completely clear, please put a plus or use this 100 emoji or use the emojis that you have from your membership plans. I don't think I have a 100 emoji though. What if you have 0 while appending? What do you mean 0 while appending? I didn't completely understand this. If you mean that the MEX remains 0, we will wait. We will wait for when our MEX will be at least X. Whenever our MEX became at least X, we will say that, okay, this is one block, remove it. We will wait as long as our MEX become at least X. MEX changes. Yes, the MEX changes when we introduce new elements. When we look at the new elements, our MEX will keep changing. And we will keep track of what is our MEX currently. Always. We will keep track of what is our MEX. And we will add these elements one by one. The first time that the mix grew greater than the value of x, we say that, okay, this is one block, and remove that. So it's basically like this. For example, in here, we saw that here our mix became 2. So we say that, okay, this is one block. Again, here we started, and in here the mix became 2, so we made another block. And then here our mix greater or equal to 2, so we will remove another block. If the mix does not get greater or equal to 2, we will not create another block. It's possible that at the end the number of blocks is 0. That's okay, then it's not possible, because 0 is definitely less than k. This is similar to the painter's partition problem. Yeah, you can send the link, although you cannot send the link, you can just say that in which judge it is. Is it clear completely, Sagar? If I'm pronouncing it correctly, I hope that I pronounced correctly. How can I handle problems with rating 1500, solving 1400, or trying 1600? I believe solve around 1500. I believe for not just solve problems around your own rating. If by any chance any of you hasn't watched the how to get to experts video, make sure to watch that first. I've explained all of these in there. Okay, nice. So shall we move on to problem F as well? And guys, unfortunately, it seems like we can't get to problem G. Maybe the author can put a short comment on the solution of problem G. I don't know if tutorials are out too or not. Tutorials are not out. Okay, shall we move on to F, or you have further questions? If you have any other questions, let me know. Well, what should I solve? My highest was 1100, but now 930 current. For sure, first watch the guideline videos that I've just said. All the 3 videos there are for your exact situation. This is about how to get out of newbie, and these are how to get to expert. I told you my own story as well. That's how did I get from newbie in here to expert in here in around 3 months. Let me send its link to you guys here. Okay. I have watched everything. That's very good. So basically do the things that are mentioned in there. Basically, I recommend to you that if your current rating is 930, for not stick to the 1000 problems. Try to solve so many problems. Try to solve so many problems from that. Yeah, I see. Okay, let's talk about problem F then. I guess that there are no questions on E anymore. Oh, what a long problem statement. I really don't like the problems with so long problem statements. Great, right? Let's see what it is doing. It is saying hackers are once again trying to create entertaining phrases using the output of neural networks. This way they want to obtain an array of A strings A of length n. They have an array C of length n filled with blanks, which are denoted by symbol star. Okay, they have an array C of length n. Okay, the hackers have access to m neural network, each of which has its own version of the answer to their request. An array of strings bi of length n. The hackers are trying to obtain the array A from the array C using the following operations. Choose a neural network I, own version of answer to the request, and array strings B of length n. Okay. They try to obtain the array A from the array C using the following operations. Choose a... Okay, C was this. And also we had an array of strings A of length n. Okay, choose a neural network I which will perform the next operation on the array C. It will select a random block, for example at position J, and places C sub J with B sub ij. For example, if the neural network is chosen C equal to star, like star, and B1 is I love apple, then after the operation with the neural network, C may be either I like or like apples. Choose position J and replace CJ with a blank. Okay. Okay, they will either put a blank or they either put a blank on somewhere, put blank on somewhere, or they will set some value. Unfortunately, because of the way hackers access neural networks, they will only be able to see the modified array A, array C after all operations are completed. So they will have to specify the entire sequence of operations in advance. However, the random behavior of the neural networks may lead to the situation where the desired array is never obtained, or obtaining it requires an excessive number of operations. Let's just see if it was okay. Okay. Therefore, the hackers are counting on your help in choosing a sequence of operations that will guarantee the acquisition of array A in the minimum number of operations. More formally, if there exists a sequence of operations that can guarantee obtaining array A from array C, then among all such subsequent sequences, find the one with minimum number of operations and output the number of operations in it. If there is no sequence of operations that can transfer C into array A, then output -1. Isn't it most of the time it's impossible to guarantee? Isn't it true? Because it says it will select a random black place. Oh, for okay. I see. I got it. NM up to 500, AI is up to 10, BIJ is up to 10, length up to 10. Okay. Is the statement clear? If anyone didn't understand the statement, let me know. But you can, if you want, you have access to the problem as well. If problem G is a try or not, maybe someone yet can talk, especially if the authors can respond. I don't know if he's here yet still or not. Okay. We can maybe see if it's a try or not. I don't know. Or maybe we can't because it's too late. Let's see. So let's consider this problem's code. Let's take a look at the code. This is a Python code. It says that we have answer equal to 10 to the power of 9 exists equal to false times n for I, a, b, in zip of range of n, a, b. This zip, it's good to know a little bit about Python. I know that most of you use C++, but this zip means that I goes up to n, from 0 to n, a goes on the array a, b goes on the array b. If a not equal to b, miss plus equal to 1, else exists I equal to true. There exists some character, something that makes this one, ans equal to minimum of ans, and n plus 2 times mess. Oh, I see. It's very simple, actually. That was a very simple solution to the problem. Okay, let me tell you the solution. Guys, the solution is this. We can see that for each of the elements, we should see this basically for each of the strings like B. What we do is this. We will have a for on all the elements of this string A and this B. We know that, also we know that the length must be equal, I guess. I mean, each of them are of length n, yes. Each of them are of length n. There are two arrays of length n, bi and a. And we will check each of these indices, and we see that if this in this index, these two elements are equal or not. And we see that how many characters do we have that they are not equal in bi and a. We count the number of non-equals, and we will name that as miss of this b. We see that how many misses do we have, how many positions do we have that a is not equal to bi in those positions. First of all, I have to say that for any of the positions, there must be at least one string b that has that character, that string that we want for that position. So for any position of a, anyway, there must be some string b that has that string that we want for this position. If for any index that does not exist, the answer is no. The answer is -1. Otherwise, if this exists in all the strings, the point is that we can count how many misses do we have for each string, and we show that the answer is going to be n plus 2 times this value of miss. Why? Because at the beginning, we can say that let's just use this bi n times use this bi. Okay. After you use these bi's, each time choose one of these misses and clear that, make that a blank, and then choose the string that has this string and use that one next. Definitely a random blank cell will be exactly this cell that we made it blank. So this one will get fixed. So each of these misses with 2 operations, they will get fixed. So it will be at the end n plus 2 times miss. N operations at the beginning, we use this bi and we set everything equal to bi. We do it n times, n operations on it. At the end, everything a will be equal to bi completely. And after that, for each miss, first we make that one blank, and then we choose the bi that has that string that we want, and we replace this blank cell with that one. So this way, this will be our final answer. Is it clear? If it's clear, please put a plus or use this emoji again. If you need further explanation, let me know. If you want, I can show you the code as well. And welcome, Garvitz, to the supporter tier. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. If there are any issues with this problem, let me know. I can show you another C++ code as well if you want. The code was very simple, as you saw. I mean, it's basically having a for, and in here he is checking if exists. Exist says that for this character number I, there is some b that has that one. So at the end, if there's a false in exist, we should print -1 because it means that there's one position that no string has that one. Otherwise, we will print the answer, which is the minimum of n plus 2 times misses. Okay, so maybe if any one of you really wants problem G, we can quickly talk about problem G as well. Do you guys really want problem G to be discussed? I had to leave around 3 p.m., but it's okay if you guys really need that. Okay, sure. So we will talk about problem G as well. I hope that this statement is short. It's good. Nice. The beauty of an array B of length m is defined as maximum of bi, XOR bj among all possible pairs where x or y is the bitwise XOR of numbers x and y. We denote the beauty value of the array B as f sub b. An array B is called beautiful if f of b is greater than or equal to k. Okay, beauty is the maximum XOR of bi and bj. An array B is called beautiful if f sub b is at least k. Recently Costea bought an array A of length n from the store. He considers this array too long, so he plans to cut out some beautiful sub-arrays from it. some beautiful subarrays from it. That is, he wants to choose numbers L and R such that the array A to all A, L to R is beautiful. The length of such a subarray will be the number of R minus L, will be the number R minus L plus 1. The entire array L is also considered a subarray. Okay, your task is to find the length of the shortest possible subarray in the array A. Okay. So you want to find the shortest possible beautiful subarray. So it's like definitely the shortest possible subarray that you will choose. First, let's talk about the trivial facts. It definitely contains two indices such that their XOR is greater than or equal to k, x and y, such that x XOR y is greater than or equal to k, and definitely they are on the border. Because if they are not on the border, if we have some additional elements after that, we could make it shorter by removing them. Removing them would not change anything. So definitely these numbers are on the borders themselves. So it's like we want to find two closest vertices, two closest cells, two closest elements such that their XOR is greater than or equal to the given value of k. Okay, we want to find the closest indices, pair of indices such that their XOR is greater than or equal to k. And yes, it looks like a try problem. I think that it can be a try problem because we can have it on a try and basically in the subtree of each node find out that what is the latest element that is in that subtree. And then as we go downward on the numbers, we can always check the other. Each time we can compare this with k. We know that our difference, the XOR cannot be less than k. So if k is 1 at some points, we should definitely, the corresponding value that must be XORed, if we go to this way, the corresponding state that we should go to should be this way. If k is 0, the corresponding value will also go this way, but we take the last is the last value that is added before, and its max with current value is at least k. We go this way, but we say last max equal to the subtree of this one. And as we go downward, we will update the values of subtrees of these values. We make them equal to this number, this index I. Because now this is the last time that we're seeing them. So if XOR was greater, so if k was 1 in that bit, the corresponding value should go to the other direction. We know that, so each time we are on some cell, our corresponding value is on some other cell. Each time, if we have to go, for example, rightward, if k is 1 in that bit, the corresponding value go to its left child. If this bit is 0 in k, the corresponding value also goes to its right child, but also takes this value last, max equal to this value. I hope that is clear for you guys. Let me also show you a code as well. Is it clear or do you need me to explain any part again? I will also show you the Jianglis codes. Let's see if there's any shorter codes. This code looks... Okay, let's show Jianglis codes. I kept every element's bit sets, subarray, binary search, and brute force are with using binary search. Interesting. Guys, did you understand it? If you understand it, put a plus or use this emoji. If you didn't, it's completely okay. Let me know to explain it again. I see. But I think that you could also do it without binary search, because you could just, keep adding elements one by one to your try, and each time try to find out the last elements that is XOR with current elements is at least k. Let's take a look at this Jianglis code. In this code, what he does, well, basically, we can see that he has used try. Try of x and 0 equals to, at the beginning, when we define try, when we set it equal to 0, it means that it doesn't exist. I mean, try means that what is the child? Try of x and 0 is child 0, try of x and 1 is child 1. If it is equal to 0, it means that we don't have that child yet. It's not defined yet. CNT of x is 0. So at the beginning, what he does is this. He sets sin, n, and k and initialize. In init, he initializes the try, sets tot equal to 0, and defines new node. New node will be int of x equal to plus tot, plus total. It means that its index will be 1 more than the current size, and then the children will be 0 for now. CNT of x will be 0 as well. So he defines a new node. And then, after initializing, he will see in AIs and ans at the beginning will be equal to n plus 1. At the end, if it remained n plus 1, it means that the answer is minus 1. Otherwise, it becomes definitely less than n plus 1. It will be at most n. So his idea is to make it n plus 1 as a sign that it means that it does not exist. And then he has a for I equal to 0, j equal to 0, I less than, and I plus plus, add AI 1. So he will keep adding AIs each time. Now when he adds AI, he has a for I from the greatest bit to the smallest bits. P will show that what is the child that we should go to. P says that what is the child that we should go to. And if P did not exist, P will be equal to new node, and O will be equal to P. Our current node will be P. And CNT of O will be added by T, will be added by 1. So in CNT is trying to find out the number of elements that are inside that subtree. In CNT, he will try to keep that. And in query, he says that while j less than or equal to I and query of AI greater than k. I think in query of AI greater than or equal to k, he is trying to find out what is the maximum XOR that we can make in this interval. Query of AI calculates the maximum XOR that we can get in this interval, the current interval from j to I. And he tries to say that as long as it's okay, our query of AI is greater or equal to k, I mean there exists some elements such that XOR is k, let's move j forward and check again. Ans will be equal to minimum of ans and I plus minus j plus 1, add aj minus 1, it means remove a sub j and say j plus plus. And in here he says that in the query he says that he has a for from 29 to 0. Each time he will first try to go to the other child, and if the other child did not exist, then he will go to the correct this child. So basically each time he will add and remove. He has a 2-pointer. He adds and removes elements from the try, and he will each time find out what is the best XOR that AI can have with some elements before. If it was greater than or equal to k, move j forward and test again. Keep trying again. This will also work. This is also a correct solution. And it was a very good solution. But how will we know which index is closest? It could be AI. Yes, but I mean in the solution I said in the subtree of each node, you would keep the index, the maximum index, the latest elements such that it's in that subtree. So if you have, for example, AJ, it doesn't matter what is the relative comparison of AI XOR AJ and AI XOR AK. This is not important. What is important is that J is greater than K or vice versa. Because as long as these values are greater than or equal to the given K, it's not important how much they are. So you will consider, in that solution, you will consider all the elements that give the XOR to be at least K. But maybe you can also just consider this solution that's youngly implemented. This can also work. Did you understand this one well? Did you guys understand this one well? This one is also good. He will just keep, he will just keep a 2-pointer each time. He will add one more element from here And as long as the whole substring is good, he will move the other pointer forward and keep testing again until at some point a query of AI is not greater than or equal to k anymore. Then he will stop. So it's like he's finding like trying to find the smallest possible interval that AK can be in it with some previous elements such that the XOR will be at least k. If it is completely clear, please put a plus or use the emoji. If it's not, also let me know if you want any parts to be explained again. I'm happy that we could explain problem G as well. F 1600 and G 1900 maybe, yeah, I think that makes sense. Maybe F could, yeah, I think maybe it works, yeah. Let me send the code as you said. The code is in this link. Hi Shannon, I am a beginner. Could you help? I just solved today. Yes, definitely. First of all, watch the guideline videos and see what I said in there. If I want to guide you again in here, I will say the exact same things that I said there. So make sure to watch all these 3 videos. These are super important. Can you say, okay, okay, I responded this, sure. Sorry, this is my very first contest. I know what a try is, but I don't know how try is being used here. Sure, no problem. Try is implemented like this. I mean, in here, because we want to find out the XOR, the point is that at each bit, either we go to the child with digit 1 or the child with digit 0. We look at it like this. We look at the numbers in base 2 and we know that each vertex has 2 children with digit 1 or with digit 0. So we define try like this. Each vertex has 2 children, one child with digit 0, one child with digit 1. And as you see in here, we try to find the number that creates the greatest possible XOR with current number. So the main idea is starting from the greatest bit, we try that in the other number, we try to have a number such that it uses the other digit to maximize the XOR. How try is gonna help us in here? Try helps us to understand if such a number exists or not. If such a number existed, we will add these digits to our XOR, otherwise we don't, because there's no way we can do that, considering how we have moved so far. I'm actually confused, but I know that it's been a long stream. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, maybe we can continue for a few minutes. I mean, feel free to say that. I really want to help you and make sure that you understood. So if you didn't understand any part, let me know. That's completely okay. I try to maybe end the stream in like 10 minutes. I can wait 10 more minutes. Sure, great. So let me explain it once again from the beginning. Maybe you can just focus on one solution. Just focus on this Django solution for now. It says that in this solution, we say that we get n and k, and we first initialize our try. How does our try work? We set one vertex and its 2 children are not defined, and cnt of x, which is the number of numbers that are started with this prefix. This is 0 at the beginning. And what he does is this. He will each time add one element to the try. So basically what he's trying to do is this. Each time he will add one element to the try. And after that, after adding this element, he has a 2 pointer. He will see that he has a function that can find out what is the maximum XOR that we can get for this number AI XOR another number in this interval. It can be any other number in this interval. As long as AI XOR that was greater than or equal to k, A or XOR A of the best one was greater than or equal to k, we will move j forward and test again. So it's a 2-pointer idea. We see that if this interval gives us an XOR greater than or equal to k, I say that ans mean equal to the length of this one and then move j forward. And then basically, how do I calculate the maximum XOR of AI with something else? What I do is this. I will say that in query of AI, I will try to move on from the most significant bit going to the less significant bit. Each time I see that if I can make the other number different in this bit. If I could make the other number different than this bit in my number, I will go there. How do I find out if there is a number that has that? We know that what our current node in try is. We see that if it has a child with the other digits, if it had a child with the other digit and its CNT was non-zero, it means that a number has visited that cell. Then we can create this. D will be X or equal to 1 because it means that this bit has been changed now. And next time we will go to try of O and D, which D is changed in it. And as X or equal to 1 or equal to 1 to the power 2 to the power of I, 1 shifted I. So it means that this bit also was different in these two numbers. Is it now clear? Maybe you can also watch the video again to make sure that you completely comprehend it and take a look at the code as well. I hope that it's made it clear for you. Let's see. Let me know if you have any further questions. Otherwise, I think we can end this stream. Okay, I guess that there are no questions. So if that's the case, yeah, good night to you guys. It's afternoon in here. Thank you for your support, guys. Thank you. So sure, Shonur. You're welcome. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.